Thirusha Govender. I'm the CEO of Control Pro. We are business development specialists. We often called the business doctor because we cover everything from company registrations, SARS registrations, compliance with CIPC, with SARS, with any other regulatory bodies that, to whom the clients are governed by, basically. In addition to that, we also cover a lot of your reporting requirements for annual financial statements, management accounts, whether it's monthly or annually. We do those as well. We cover gap analysis or gap assessment. So we would come into a business, assess what you're doing, how you're doing it, your operations, basically head to toe of your business. Because I'm a risk manager as well, I'm able to identify the risks within a business, whether it's risk to underutilization of capacity or underutilization of resources, HR. We look into all of those things. So we're really just looking to maximize profits and minimize losses. And so I think you'll be able to see that it's kind of like a one-stop shop because I'm a registered accountant. I belong to 3 professional bodies. It's the Institute of Internal Audit, which is my passion. I love auditing. So I'm a certified internal auditor with them. I'm also a registered accountant with the Chartered Institute of Business Accountants and a tax practitioner with South African Institute of Taxation. So I didn't want to go all out into any one of those because I love business so much and I love seeing businesses prosper. I wanted to get into business from every side, make sure that the CEO is covered from all sides and really maximize the potential both of the CEO and the business. We find that business owners are really, really good on the operational side. The problem comes in when they start to expand, because once you start to expand, you can't run the business from your head. You actually need standard operating procedure manuals. You need, in order to maximize the resources, the staff that you have, they have to be trained properly. They have to understand the entire system, how things work, why they work the way they do. And in and through it all, you need to leave a paper trail. And I often stress to my clients as well that, you have a business, but it's here to create a legacy as well. Either you're going to run it so well that you're going to be able to sell it at an awesome profit, or you're going to leave it to become a family business that goes on from generation to generation. So either way, it's your business. Have fun. It's exciting. If you're able to manage the nuts and bolts in it, then we really can achieve the status where we work on the business, not in the business, and where we have the luxuries that everybody just assumes business owners have. The flexibility, the holidays, seeing your dreams come true. There's so many different ways to look at it. And so that's really where my passion is. I want to see businesses thrive. I want to see the people empowered and, delivering good for everybody around. Education-wise, I've done an undergraduate degree in Bachelor of Accounting Science. I went on then to do my postgraduate BCom degree in auditing. Auditing was my specialty, as well as advanced taxation and management accounting. After that, I wanted to pursue auditing in a different way. I wanted to be involved in the business and add value from the inside. So I decided to go the route of internal audit and became a certified internal auditor, which is with the Institute of Internal Auditors, a global organization. And that fed into risk management. So I'm also a certified risk management assurer with the Institute of Internal Auditors as well. It's just been phenomenal to achieve that because I did them under very trying circumstances. And it's not just a qualification or something to boast about. It's something that shows me that I had strength to rise up. So it's very personal for me to have attained those, especially where the pass mark is 75%. You got to know most of your stuff. So so that's there. And from there, I wanted to excel in the accounting space to the point where I could sign off financials, and I can do business advisory as well. So I do that. I served cycle articles, which I believe is education in itself, because normally people have a bias towards internships, and you think that an internship is just another stone that you have to get, let's just get it done. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be boring. You're going to get treated like the scum of the earth. It's that kind of a perception about what is an internship, and you get paid peanuts. Let's not forget that. But for me, I absolutely loved the internship. It was a learning ground. I remember somebody said to me, your first year in your learnership is your license to ask questions. Ask as many questions as you like, and that's how you're going to grow. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. And I really did that. I learned from every experience through the learnership. I learned how to deal with clients. I learned how to, the soft skills of business. I was very fortunate that the firm that I served at was a small firm, because it was a small firm, I got exposed to a lot of things. In the bigger firms, a trainee accountant would only be exposed to audits or only be exposed to compiling accounts. But because we were so small, we looked after the whole client. So no matter what they needed, whether it was company secretarial, whether it was tax, payroll, whatever the case, we dealt with all of it. And I think that's where my love for business came about, because I saw inside of business all the checks and balances that need to be in place and things like that. So yeah, internship I count as education as well. My biggest dream is not anything material. I think I'm quite a kind of sentimental, kind of family-oriented person. So my biggest dream was to find the love of my life, build a family, and just to continue with that, have income that would assist me to grow my family, have fun with them, and take care of my parents. In terms of inspiration along the way and what helped me always go forward is my family. My upbringing was amazing. We weren't a family that had the highest of income and living with the gold spoon in your mouth kind of thing. But our family was full of love. We had quality time together that was prioritized. We were built. We were built up in the way my parents treated us, in the way that they loved us. And we saw the sacrifices that they made for us and really appreciated that. We grew up, my sister and I, we had role models and examples of how to be committed to lifelong learning and to be committed to being able to just adapt to whatever situation and circumstance may arise. There's always a way out. There's always a way that you can come out on top. So I think that solid background really pushes me forward. It gives me the security to know that I'm loved and I'm, I can just grow and fly. So yeah, and then when our family extended, my sister got married and I did. That kind of expanded into there as well. And with our children, we the same. So we're still a very close family. We still have a lot of unity, and that's motivation to say that life's worth fighting for, and we can be happy as we need to be. The impact impact on my business, I think, comes with a lot of passion. I'm passionate to assist. I'm passionate to empower others as well. For me, it's not just about yes, give me your bookkeeping, and I'll put it into my costs, and I'll make money. For me, I think bookkeeping, for instance, is so crucial to the entrepreneur, because they need to know what's going on in their business. I'm not there on a day-to-day basis. But if they can understand how things affect their business financially, if I can teach them that level of financial literacy just to understand the basics and to know what it entails, I'd rather go that way. I'd lose a sale, but for me, that's more critical. So I think I've impacted. It's difficult to say how you impact your own business, because I think in a consulting space, one of my goals always has been, always will be, is to add value. We come from a space where even doing annual financial statements is a grudge purchase. When you need to have an external audit done, that's even more of a grudge purchase. I've even heard it being called a necessary evil. So. The idea is to get away from that. I don't want you to just purchase it because the act says that you have to. I want to give it to you in a format that you understand. I want the opportunity to explain what happened in your financials, but more than financials, I want to help on a day-to-day basis. Well, maybe not day-to-day, maybe every month or every quarter, depending on the size of the business. And, let's talk. Let's look at the ratios. Let's look at where you're losing money. Let's look at other ways that you could get clients. I don't venture into spaces that I'm not qualified to. I don't cross those lines. If you need a financial planner, I'll tell you need a financial planner. I can tell you what the tax effect is going to be. But in terms of how you plan your finances, that's not up to me. So I will refer. I can understand contracts and things like that, but I'm not a lawyer, and I will tell you as much. I'll give you maybe some pointers that you could speak to the lawyer about, but I don't profess to know everything. There's still a lot to be learned, and we learn every day. So some of my achievements, I'm a director at the Pietermaritzburg and Midlands Chamber of Business. I'm also the treasurer. In addition, I'm a director and, incidentally, also the treasurer of Scripture Union KZN. And so I think that the proof is in the pudding. I have clients who are with me for many years, and I think that if the service wasn't top-notch, they wouldn't still be there. And in addition, I have clients who refer others to me. So I think that goes well to show that you're achieving. I was recently asked to replicate or open another branch or franchise in KZN for a company that's based in Pretoria and that has presence in Europe and Mauritius. So there, I think my skills and my attention to detail in that really comes through. I've been, as I say, they were kind of, we need someone like you, and I think I have a very unique skill set that really encompasses most things business. I also do practical business training. I keep it practical because at the end of the day, the business owner doesn't need all the theory. They don't need what's in the textbooks. They need to understand in simple language how to get from A to B and how to make money. So the practical trainings will teach you that. It will teach you, for instance, how to manage your cash flows in terms of your tax obligations, how to manage VAT, what you can claim, what you can't, how to what happens if SARS has a query? What's the information you need to keep on hand? And I use a lot of anecdotes to illustrate points, experiences that other businesses have had and things like that. So it becomes more of a networking kind of session, very interactive. Again, just speaks to my desire to empower. The challenges that I've experienced when I started my business in 2015, I experienced many challenges. There were a lot of personal challenges that I had to come through. Yeah, I also had some illnesses that doctors thought that I may never overcome, and others as well. Then when I started in 2015, I started off actually just working 2 to 3 hours a week. In and through that, I had to accept that was the only way that I was going to start my journey and rise up again and be able to use my mind fully. Because as you can tell, it's kind of, if you could say, higher level, respectfully. It's a lot of brain power that you've got to be using. And I had to make sure that I'm in a space where I could do that. When I speak, I have to have various legislation, regulations, and acts in mind. If I'm going to be advising clients, I needed to make sure that I'm in the right space. So it was a long and intentional, gradual increase. I remember having quite a celebration when I eventually had 6 hours in one day. It was quite the accomplishment for me. One of my greatest achievements, I believe personally, is that I'm a trauma survivor. I am victorious over that. I've overcome it personally so that I can build my brand and build my business. I had a wonderful support base, which really saw me through, and having such a close-knit family as well. And nothing short of the grace of God. He sees you through even the darkest moments, and that's truly my strength. Young women who are following my path, or any career path for that matter, is to be curious. Question, why is it done like this and not like that? Even if you go further and say, what risk is this protecting the business from? What risk is this protecting? How is this beneficial? Why is it being done? And you don't have to ask someone every question, but just the fact that you're curious in your own mind and observant will see you through. I think young women need to ensure that they are professional at all times. I would say always follow your passion. Your passion is what drives you. Your passion is what will give you the energy to do what you want. And when you find your passion and you pursue your passion, do it to a level of excellence as best you can. It's important for young women to understand that they are diamonds in the rough. And diamonds have all the potential to dazzle the world. But it's up to each individual to acknowledge that and accept that the responsibility is theirs to make sure that they shine. My future goals, from a business point of view, is I want to leave the same kind of legacy for my children, the generations to come. One where you can be bold and courageous. You can really put yourself out there. And I want to show them by example how a woman of a strong woman can still be caring and compassionate and empathetic. It doesn't need to be that because you're in business or because you have your own business that you need to have a chip on your shoulder. Further to that, I want to journey with entrepreneurs. I want to be part of their successes, to lift them up, and that. I want to be part of them being successful because I believe that's how jobs will be created. So there's a bigger purpose here. So, because that's how jobs will be created, and they will in turn empower employees, and it will have the same effect on the families of employees. So where both the family and the employees are happy and being able to do more and achieve more, then we look to a bigger, better world. No matter what the adversity, you will always have something to smile about, something to be grateful for, something to be positive for. And it's very important to focus on those things rather than the troubles of the land, as we say. So my future goals are just to continue empowering. To find balance and to relax, that is kind of the million-dollar question, isn't it? I really like taking in a lot of serenity, and I enjoy sunrises, sunsets, watching the waves, watching them crash against the rocks. I love to watch the dolphins interacting, hear the birds whistling, chirping. All that kind of thing really is my happy place. That's what I find solace in. And just to take in all of that and ponder over the magnificence and power of our God, to see what He's spoken into being and really be part of that and be able to appreciate that. Yeah, the joy of creation, 100%.